Change is in the air, but here in Vuhledar, Russia is the same in its intensity and clumsiness of bombing. It's not clear if this tiny town is a launch pad for Ukraine's counter-offensive, but Moscow pounds it just to be sure. A similar story here too, on a riverbank near Kherson, that reportedly Ukrainian forces may be crossing into occupied areas. Their officials claiming, quote, impressive results on Tuesday. A Russian airstrike hit, even though it's unclear what they struck. Ukraine's otherwise kept quiet about its big assault, despite some opaque social media videos suggesting movement. Russian troops are, according to one Ukrainian official from the occupied town of Melitopol, definitely on the move.
Now we see that they relocated. They made two great big bases for Russian troops. All of these bases located on the seaside of Azov Sea, more than 100 kilometers from the front line.
He joked about how common accidents are there for Russians, one overturning this launcher, especially on the railway, vital for military supplies.
Maybe 3 weeks, there is no electricity on the railway, and they use old diesel trains. And a few days ago, something happened with diesel trains, and it was a great fire, and now there is no this diesel.
When you say something happened, you mean there was an explosion, and you know something about that?
Something happened.
We spoke to one local man who fled the city 4 days ago.
Proper Russian troops aren't there yet. It's just the newly mobilised who would not fight if they weren't threatened by being shot for ill discipline. Everyone local suspects everyone else of something. Even people who you would drink vodka with you can't talk to now.
Still, Moscow keeps up with what it calls evacuations. This another episode of Ukrainian children being sent to what Russia calls safety. Here, 43 from an area right in the path of the counter-offensive, packed off to Moscow's ally Belarus for a 2-week break. Others in the past were offered a similar trip but held for months. Ukraine has said 20,000 have been deported already, and it's led to a war crimes indictment against Russian President Vladimir Putin. It's unclear what comes next for them and the town in the crosshairs they leave behind.